veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say,
welcome in, welcome in. I had to do this twice. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I had started the live. We were rolling along. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, we're not live. I forgot to click the button over.
Yeah, you refuse to give us the finger. You know,
whatever. I'm going to give you. How's the weather down here, Alex? In Virginia.
Oh, very rainy in Virginia. Very rainy this week. It's a wet week. Climate's been good though, upper 50s, lower 60s, but it's going to go down to like 17 at the end of the week. It's going to really drop.
Oh, boo-hoo. It's already 13 here in Michigan, so boo-hoo. Don't tell me about your 60-degree days. Yeah, goodbye. Yeah. We're not talking about it. We're not going to dwell on it. Where are you guys at? How's 13. Everybody doing? Yeah. And so, you know, did you get a chance to see the debut of our very own 18 Roro for real on the maths recap earlier this week?
I sure did. And Roro's a natural. So congratulations to Roro.
She is indeed. That girl got it. She got it. We're gonna have to bring her back for more and more recaps. She is wonderful.
Yeah. We're gonna change Roro's theme song. Remember that old school disco hit back in the day? How do you like it? How do you like it? More.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Hey, Joshua, how you doing? How's the weather where you are? Jay Wiley, well, you're here in Michigan, so I'm sure where you're at, you're in a different city, but I'm sure it's not too much warmer. Is it about 13?
Might be 7 degrees where he's at.
It might be, yeah. Oh, hey, Kirby, what about you? I think Kirby is in New Jersey. Is that right, Kirby? What's the temperature there today? And how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Aw, you got Roro over there blushing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I think you might have been right. Alex. Look what Jay Wiley says.
You see that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I figured.
Wow.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's going down. I think tonight, and I can't remember because this whole week is supposed to be just very, very cold until we get to maybe Sunday. I think it goes back up just a little bit. But guys, thank you for joining us. And as I was saying before we went live, when I thought we were live, if you're here, please hit that like button to keep us in the algorithm so we can keep bringing you great recaps, reviews, interviews, and also great topics, just great live topics and trending topics. Okay, so be sure to hit that like button for me, please. And I thank you so much for being here. I thank all of our new subscribers, our new members that have joined the membership. We thank you so much. We're so pleased. Oh, well, Kirby, that's basically like a heat wave compared to here. Kirby says now it's 33 degrees. Now I should get on a plane and go there where you are. Yeah. So we're here tonight. We're talking about Love and Marriage DC. We know that Love and Marriage DC franchise is on its second season. And this episode brings in one of our favorite, whether you love her, whether you love to hate her, it brings in Winter Storm. So we know that's Winter, and she's quite controversial, and she adds a lot of drama and interesting aspects. Don't you think, Alex?
Absolutely. And I also want to say that these reality shows really owe us podcasters, ourselves, and many others a debt of gratitude, because these podcasters help these shows grow and market and promote these shows, keep these shows alive. Because remember the first season of Love and Marriage DC, they must have did 10 episodes or something?
About 10, 12. About 12 with the finale, the 2-part finale, yeah.
Right, exactly. I think this year they're doing 24. 23 or
Right,
something. So
right. Or should I
it's
say? I should say that the two parts with the two-part reunion. I'm sorry.
reunion, right? So they doubled that, for this
Yeah.
season. So it's really growing, and people like us and other podcasts is really helping these shows grow. So they really owe us a debt of gratitude. I just wanted to say that.
Oh, thank you. You know what? That's actually a good point. The bloggers and podcasters, YouTubers, all of us on social media that are talking about the show, whether you're on Twitter, IG, catch me on IG and Twitter and TikTok, and you can also do the same for Alex, Magnetic Repellent. He's over on IG. I'm trying to drag him over to Twitter, but that's coming, and he's definitely on TikTok and. I think he threw something in here in the chat. Let me go back over to comments here before we get into the storyline. It's up here. I said this little booger. Look what he did. But definitely all tips just like his and mine. Mine is in my description. It's actually $ actually Aubrey, no space. All tips are welcome. Treat us to some coffee, whatever. We appreciate all tips, guys. We really do. Or you can just join the membership, which helps out and helps us keeping content flowing your way. So with no further ado, we'll get into the storyline of this episode, Winter Storms. As we open, we see that Jamie Tyler and eldest son, little Jamie, are in the hallway of that penthouse in Baltimore over the National Harbor, and they're about to come to blows. Little Jamie is talking to Arena about him not getting the job, and he says it wasn't because he failed the drug test. He says it was due to him having a police record. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this scene, Alex?
Well, his police record is going to haunt him, and that's going to be an obstacle when you make mistakes in life. When you screw up, those things tend to haunt you. Now, it's not insurmountable. Okay, he'll get past it if he's diligent and stay on the right path, but he can't blame his family for his shortcomings. And I think that's what the beef with his dad is about. We've been trying to help you. Hey, Butter Roll Boutique, the first time here. Welcome.
Oh, welcome. Yes.
Yeah.
And you were saying
So,
as you were saying.
yeah. So I think that he got to stop blaming his family for his shortcomings. And I think to a large degree, of course, they coddled him. I mean, even Jamie Sr. was sending him $100 a week, $400 a month to take care of some of his expenses and things of that nature. But those kind of things have to stop, because right now I'm seeing a entitled, ungrateful 26-year-old man that they're dealing with, and they have, and in large part, they have a lot to do with that.
Yeah. It just it's so sad though too, because I don't know if you saw it or if you felt this, but I felt like though too, both parts, the two of these men, they could do with some communication training. They could do with just really starting to listen to one another. And sometimes when um your emotions are heightened, and your temper is up, you stop listening, and you're not really trying to listen to the person. You're trying to get your point across, but you're missing what the other person is saying. Because I felt like when I went back and looked at it a couple times, I felt that little Jamie was really trying to say, wait a minute, just kind of slow down. And then, I don't know if you caught this, that little Jamie kind of almost accused, or did accuse, sounds like his dad, of maybe kind of going, this is not even him. He's kind of going a little overboard, maybe for the cameras, if that's what he was saying. I'm not really sure. So, I mean, I'm saying allegedly, that's kind of what I was thinking. But what were you thinking about that too? Did you catch that?
Well, stuff got real heightened inside the inside venue, wherever they
Hallway.
were, apartment or whatever, and it spilled out
Oh,
into
out
the
in the balcony.
hallway.
You mean,
And
okay, on the
at that
balcony.
time,
Hmm.
yeah, the balcony into the apartment and then out into the hallway. So at that time, things are much too heightened to try to calm things down a little bit. So, and I'm gonna just say that Jamie Jr. Got to really be careful, because his father gonna knock him out. He can't beat his father. I don't care how angry he get. I don't care how much he swell up, all that kind of stuff. If mano y mano, he cannot beat his father. That's just a
No,
fact. So
no,
he need to just
that was,
calm down and and get his head together and stop being combative with his family. He's very combative with his family for the decisions that he made. He made these decisions to have a police record and do some of the things that he did. Don't be jealous of Jason. And that's what really bothers me too. They did this at Jason's event, and I blame Jamie Sr. for that. Jamie Sr. should have held his cool, not even brought it up there. But when he saw his son, he got triggered, and I knew that would happen.
Right. I think you're right. This shouldn't have happened at this event. This really should not have happened at this event. That's something the two of them should have sat down either at home or really basically at home at their house, but not at this event where it was about celebrating Jason's win, that he's made it into this Doors program. He's going to be living on his own independently, and he's going to be learning skills that he can use because he's differently able. He's differently abled. He's legally blind, and they shouldn't have done it at his event. I agree with you. As we move on, senior Jamie tells Clifton that his son does not.
Aubrey.
Okay.
Aubrey.
Right. Yeah.
Who was the young lady out in the hallway with Jamie Jr.? Was that his girlfriend or a producer?
I thought if you're talking about the bigger, taller woman that was in black, I'm kind of thinking that she was a producer. She was with the crew. Because I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I could be wrong. Now, guys, if you're in the chat and you know who the woman was out in the hallway, not Irena, obviously the mom, who looks like she could be her son's girlfriend because she's so youthful looking, right? She doesn't look her age at all. But I don't know. I'm thinking that was one of the producers because it was something she had on her, and I'm trying to remember if it was a mic or a headset that made me think that she was a producer. You know what I'm saying? Because they were all the producers in the team. They were in black.
Yeah.
And I think the party was a black party. Let me say that. But I think I saw her with a headset on. So that would lead me to believe that she's with the team because all of them had headsets on. Yeah. So senior Jamie tells Clifton. Okay. Senior Jamie tells Clifton that his son, little Jamie, does not have a job. And in his confessional, Jamie says that he's only trying to hold his son, little Jamie, accountable for becoming a productive man. So we kind of talked on that. We're going to move on. In Storm's Winter updating us. So we move on to the next scene where Winter has come back and she's updating us, the viewers, about everything going on in her life. She's now gotten her divorce from Crazy Kev. Allegedly Crazy Kev. Okay, but she did get the divorce. That part is true. She's cut a record called Sign My Papers, and that's become a hit. And now she's talking. We see her talking to Sherelle, who is married to Black, who is a music producer and songwriter, about cutting a tune called Gutter Barbies that's about her beef with Ashley and Irena. What do you think about that, Alex?
That's a diss track. No question about it. She called them gutter Barbies, last season. And now you're going to do a song about it and claim it's not a diss track? It's a diss track. Why would you even call it that? Why not another title? And supposedly Black is writing it, and his wife insists that, her husband doesn't write diss tracks. But they need to understand that Winter called these young ladies gutter Barbies. So regardless of what he says in the song, Ashley and Urania are going to take it personal. Period.
Exactly. Right. And then so as we catch up with Ashley Silva, she's at the Fox News studio with the Be More Lifestyle hostess talking about her new book, Do That Ish. And the word is not ish, but put an S on it and a T at the end and you'll kind of figure it out. Ashley is asked about Monique. And Ashley keeps it cute. You know what? She keeps it cute, and they kind of wrap up that segment that she's promoting her book, Do That Ish. And what did you think? What did you think about? Did she do a good job with her interview, you think?
Well, they have to understand. She did a good job with the interview with book, but they have to understand that these questions about the Samuels marriage is going to come up all season. They're going to ask them, specifically Quick and Ashley, because I think they were the closest ones to them. And I think they know what's going on, but it's not their story to tell.
Hang on, Alex and members. I got to get my cord. My power's about to go out. Hang on.
All right. We hanging on. We don't want her power to go out. See, that's what these storms do for you. You know, we have no control over these things. What they call that, acts of God. You know, we have no control over this stuff. So when these storms come through and severe rain and cold and snow and it knocks stuff out real quick. So we have to improvise.
Is that Alex still talking? Thanks, Alex, for covering for me. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought I had.
talking.
Were you singing? Did you sing
Yeah.
any of my favorite Marvin Gaye tunes that I love to hear you sing?
No, I didn't sing any songs. I was talking pretty much. Yeah, is this headset better for
Okay.
you?
Yeah, no, no, no. It was my power cord. I had mistakenly unplugged the power cord to the laptop and just rolling along until it said, like the doctors, like you see that sign is about to go flatline. Beep, beep, beep. Low power, low power. Right. So.
Okay. But I was talking about Ashley, okay?
Hmm.
Talking about her and Quick and constantly being asked about the Samuels and their marital situation. Now, Ashley did a great job at the book interview, but they're constantly going to be asked about the Samuels. And I believe they obviously they know what's going on, but it's not their story to tell. You know, that we got to hear directly from Monique and Chris about their marriage. Ashley and Quick not going to betray that trust and tell about that stuff on the air. They're not going to do it because that's their friends.
Yeah, I think that is a good. That's a good motto to have, to not talk about other people's business, because the minute you speak, even if you just got the news from them 1 minute or the day before, the next day things could drastically change, and then you sound like you're lying when actually things just change within somebody else's household. You know what? And to your point, I like what Ashley said. She said, "My marriage is fine." So she let them know, like, look, I can only speak on my marriage because I'm not in anybody else's marriage. And so then we see Jamie slide down the
Right,
stairs. We're over.
exactly.
We're,
Keep the
we're
folk.
over. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, I'm just going to say keep the focus on her and her book and not focus on the Samuel's marriage.
Right, right. And so in the next scene in the Tyler's home, we see Jamie Senior. Unfortunately, he slides down the stairs and has a little accident, but he's okay. Jamie and Irena are rehashing the dispute from last night that Big Jamie and Little Jamie had, and Irena becomes kind of emotional, and she's sad that her husband and her son are still struggling. She asked the
Mm.
question, is professional counseling an option? What do you think about professional counseling for this couple? I mean, for the I'm sorry, for the father and the son. Do you think that would help?
Actually, I think it would. I think it's overdue. Because at this point, neither one of them are listening to the other one. They're about to come to blows. That's not going to solve anything. So I think the mother is sad. Obviously, Irene is sad because she's been the buffer in this whole thing for years, on top of years, on top of years, and she feels like she's a failure because she hasn't gotten them to resolve these issues. And I always think an independent third party with no vested interests always helps, which is therapy. It always helps because it helps you listen to the other one from an unbiased perspective. And I think that's what they need at this point, because if they fight and they physically fight and Jamie Sr. really beats him down, it's going to take years, real years, to get past that one.
Yeah. Guys, what do you think? That's a good point, Alex. Guys, what do you think out in the chat? And if you're watching this on the replay, what do you think? Do you think that the father, Jamie, um, and his son need to go to counseling? Whose side are you on? Are you team Jamie's? Or are you team little Jamie's? Or do you just think that they really just need to go to counseling? And all families go through periods of time where they're really not connecting well. And this could be something that has been kind of like an ongoing, because apparently, I will just say this, little Jamie, from what they said on the show, what they showed us and what they talked about, little Jamie has been in trouble since he was like, was it 15 or 16 years old, Alex?
Yeah. Yep. And speaking as a father, from a father's perspective, I'm team Jamie Senior. That's just where I'm at.
How did I know, guys? How did I know he was going to say that? So is this going to break down to a generational war? Tell me if you're in the chat, and if you're doing the replay, tell me in the comments what's funny.
I think it
What's
is probably
funny?
going to be a generational war, but our generation going to win.
Well, but see, that's the thing, though. It's in my thoughts. I can see both sides. Really, I honestly can. I think that I can see both sides, and nobody's really gonna win if the father just has his way and becomes tyrannical. Um, I think we've noticed that Jamie, and we know he's a retired police officer now, 25 years under his belt. So, and then I think he was also in the military. He was raised for sure by a military dad. So he has some of those Gestapo tactics that military men and police officers often bring home with them. The problem with that is your family is not, you're not the police to your family. You're supposed to be a father, and you've got to get that communication up higher, because it's ruining a relationship. But then I think on the other hand too, it's also maybe pushing little Jamie to do some of the wild, crazy things that he does that could land him in a place where they might not end up being able to see him for a long time, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, when you've been in the military, you've been in law enforcement for 15, 20, 25 plus years, it's hard to separate yourself from that. You become that. That's your identity. And they bring that stuff home. And like I said, they come home bouncing quarters off mattresses and white gloves us and different type of things like that. It's hard to separate that, but he really has to understand this is not the military. This is not the police force. You're a father. You're the head of a family. You have to operate differently in that realm.
Right. I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. With what you're saying and everything about that. Um, I lost my spot here. Okay. Okay. So next we see that all the ladies from the show are attending Ashley's pink party in her book, where she's going to also be giving out some copies of her book and signing her book. So Ashley and her best friend Alicia are making these VIP book bags. And Ashley, we see that Ashley, rightfully so, is proud of becoming a new author. She thinks, though, that her mom is going to be upset about the openness in which she discusses how at 16 she had to grow up quick and basically become her own parent. What did you think about what Ashley was saying about her mother and what happened at 16?
Yeah, I don't care how upset her mother gets. The truth is the truth. You know what I mean? So she's speaking her truth. Her mother did what she did. Fess up
And
to it. Understand that how this affected your daughter.
What did
What?
what I'm trying to ask you, what did Ashley say that her mom did it at 16, when she was 16 years old?
She left. She walked out when Ashley was 16 and never came back. Never came back. Chasing a boyfriend, apparently. So you just walk out on your daughter at 16 when they're most impressionable. They need a woman's guidance, a mother's guidance at that age. They're going into adulthood very soon. And you walk out behind a man and never come back. So listen, whatever Ashley says about her mother, that's her reality. It is what it is. Her mother did it. She got to eat it. Simple as that.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I think it looks like it's gonna be coming up, not completely, not at all in this episode, but it looks like she's kind of foreshadowing some things that we're going to see in the next episode. So then Ashley and Alicia, best friends, they have a tattoo artist come over to Ashley's house and they get tatted, and it's the cutest little thing. They get these tats. I forget who had the eyeballs and who had the mouth. Was it Ashley that had the mouth at the bottom? It was so funny.
I
So they,
don't know. It's crazy.
yeah, so when they put their hands together when they're in the same place and they put their hands next to one on top of the other, it makes a complete smile. But without it, it's like one person just got eyeballs and one person got a little smile. It's like an emoji. It's really cute though. I thought that was really cute.
Yeah.
Um, and then and on the in the meantime, on the other side of town at Arena's, Joy decides to drop by. And Joy tells Irena how she felt double teamed by Ash and Alicia at Jason's going away party. Joy says in her confessional later that if it happens again, she's gonna have to address it. She's just not gonna let it slide next time. What do you think?
Mm. Yeah, Joy can be a spitfire. I think she's working her way through the show. She's trying to navigate her way, slowly into the show. But obviously, if they start pushing her buttons, we can see Joy go from 0 to 100 in like a half a second. So it's coming. We saw that in some of the trailers already.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You got that right. And back over in Chat Town, Kirby is asking, why do women choose a man over their own kids? Kirby, I couldn't even tell you because I never did, so I don't know. Um, I guess you could say probably there's a lot of reasons, and I guess one of them would be the biological urge to do the hot and heavy, shall we say. So I don't know, but yeah, I can't see that even if you're having a relationship with a man, why it will require for you to leave your home, abandon your child, and move in with your boyfriend, and just leave a 16-year-old girl to her own devices. That ain't cool. That ain't cool
And
no kind of way.
you know what, and you know what's sad about it. Really, it's not uncommon. Many women have done this, and men alike. Leave home behind a woman, never turn around, come back, don't look back. This is not an uncommon thing, and I think it's very, very sad. People need to understand the damage they're leaving behind. It's irreparable. And if you live to be an elderly person, now your children are grown in their 30s and 40s, and want to discuss these things, now you feel like a victim. Well, you victimized them with 13 and 14 and 10 years old. You victimized them. Now you want to play victim. No, eat your junk because you created it. So eat it.
You're right. You are right about that. I mean, I think, and God forbid, I mean, I think too, that saying that when we know better, we do better. Not trying to condone anything that Ashley's mom did. If she did that and left her daughter at 16, I'm not condoning it, but I'm just saying that if she didn't know better back then, because I'm imagining that she was probably a young mom, maybe had her children in her teen years even, I don't know, but I'm imagining this. But anyway, all these years later, now would be a good time actually where she could probably better bond with her daughter by, like you say eat it, but I say just even admit it, confess it, and ask for forgiveness. you know Show that you have matured and that you are remorseful, and then I think that would create a better bonding space for you and your daughter to bond better, and for her to just really, and also if
Yeah,
if
but I
she
think
hasn't if she hasn't healed to completely heal. Go ahead.
but I think in the trailer, Aubrey, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I seen her mother
we're gonna
defending
we're
her
gonna
position or
we're,
even
we're gonna
denying it.
well, yeah, okay, I really wanted to discuss the trailer, but go ahead, we'll get it out the way now. We'll get out the way now. Yeah, her mother, that's what I'm
No, I
saying.
just
I'm not saying that her mother did. I was simply saying this would be an opportunity. I see you right. I see her mother. You're right. Her mother is going to deny it. I think because she doesn't want the world to know what type of mother she was back then. But the thing about that is, you'd be surprised, people that have compassion, and forget the ones who don't, in my personal opinion, but people who have compassion will forgive you when you admit you're wrong. That was so many years ago. That was decades ago.
Yeah, and that's also hard to do because you can't heal if you wrong has been done. You can't brush that under the rug. You left her at 16 years old to her own devices while you wanted to run the street behind men or a man. And you just, now you guys have lived, gone through a lot of stuff, and wants to talk to you about it, and you want to deny it. And if you continue to do that, no healing is going to ever take place.
Exactly. Exactly. But we don't want to jump too far ahead of the narrative though. So we see
Okay.
Arena and Brittany Tyler arrive at Ashley's pink party. Arena is even wearing her Gutter Barbie leather jacket, and she looks divine. She has on these thigh high pink fabricy boots, high heels as always, because Arena's always got her high heels on. She's a fashion diva, and then in walks dominatrix Joy Carter. Joy is looking stunning as a dominatrix. Sherelle walks in, and Joy gets hot because apparently uh Sherelle, double R, double E, double L, Sherelle's husband Black and Joy were in a band together, but apparently Joy feels like the band disband for reasons predominantly related to Black. Your thoughts about this scene?
You broke up just a little bit. Am
Um,
I coming in clear? Or am I breaking up?
you're also breaking up a little, and I
Can you
want to
hear
let
me?
our viewer. Yes, there's a delay, unfortunately. I'm gonna hold on, Alex. Whew, hold on.
Let me go out and come back in.
Okay, all right, guys, hold on for a second. He's gonna go out and come back in. Are you gone yet? I still see you. Look at you hanging around. I know you don't want to leave me. I just love razzing him. He probably can't even hear me. Well, let me go over here to the comments section and see what's going on. Ashley's mom
Let me
chose a boyfriend over her child.
go.
Disgraceful. Yes. Okay. He finally got out. He was entangled in my web and couldn't let go. Uh, Kirby, you're a mess. Kirby says that tattoo was weird, and even the tattoo artist thought so. I don't know. I thought actually it was cute, and I don't even like tattoos, but little small, tiny ones that have a symbolic meaning, like me and my best friend were to get a tattoo like that. I actually think that was funny. So I'm with Ashley on that. I'm team Ashley on the tattoo. That's a cute tattoo to me. Roro says Ashley said that she wanted the eyes. Oh, okay. She wanted the eyes because she had the mouth the night. Ooh, the mouth before. Yeah, yeah. Oh, here he comes. Okay. Hold on for just a minute. I'm just going through some comments. Alex, are you okay? Alex, can you hear me?
Yeah,
And
I hear
so
you now. Can you hear me?
yes and no.
These technical difficulties are
Yeah,
irritating.
definitely technical difficulties, and I'm also going in the StreamYard to see if there's anything I can do. I don't see it now. Next time when we come in, I'll do something. There's a beta testing system that they have that I'll try out. Okay, Alex. But in the meantime, we'll try to amble on. Okay, because we're almost through this. Okay. Um. All right.
Oh,
Hmm. What's that,
mm.
Alex? Alex. Say, Alex. Are you there? Okay, so Alex, listen to me. Sherelle says that she knows something about the Gutter Barbies, and she tells Ash that Winter's cutting the Gutter Barbie track with her husband Black. Ashley is curious about how this will not be a diss track. And I think you said earlier that you really think this is going to be a diss track, right? Alex, are you on mute? Did you test your mic to see if you're on mute? Joy in her confessional agrees that it's definitely going to be a diss track. Arena says that Sherelle is playing both sides. What do you guys in the chat think? If you're still here in the chat, what do you guys think? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's Alex texting me. It's all right. What do you guys think about this? Is Sherelle playing both sides? Seems kind of a little fishy, like why she even brought all of this up. Ash thinks that Sherelle, two R's, two E's, double L is I, and that she's playing games. I agree. I really do agree. I think she is playing games. You guys out in the chat, you're gonna have to help me out with your comments now because you guys gonna have to play co-host because Alex, his laptop, I think is gonna have to maybe be replaced or either his laptop and my laptop don't like each other. So we're gonna have to figure that one out. Um, okay, we're gonna try this again. Hold on, guys. Alex, okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Alex, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I don't know what's going on over here.
Well,
Difficulties.
one,
It's storming here, so
oh, okay. Well, then that's probably affecting your internet service. One, and then I think you and I have talked about there's a possible delay between your system and my system so that whenever I speak, you get me, you don't hear what I'm saying for like maybe a 6 second delay, which is a lifetime, on a podcast.
yeah.
I'm going to need you to give more
Yeah, I don't
than
know
one
what's
word
going
and
on.
okay. All right. So let's address this. So in the confessional, read what's on the screen so that you can kind of keep tabs of what I'm reading to the audience. Um, in the confessional, Joy says that she thinks it's definitely going to be a diss track. Um, Arena thinks that Sherelle is playing both sides, meaning both Ashley and she's playing with Winter. What do you think, Alex? If you can understand that, and I'll go over here to the comments. Go ahead.
Okay, am I coming in now?
Just talk, Alex.
Um,
Just talk. Just talk. We
yeah.
can hear you.
Okay. Well, I think that yeah, I think that Urena and both Ashley understands that Sherelle is playing this song, and but Ashley, I mean, not yes, Ashley has no interest in dealing with open to meeting with Winter again and discussing this. But I think want no part of the fence riding. She wants no part of Winter. But Urania has left the door open for.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Alex. Monique King, our own Monique King, moderator extraordinaire and a team member says, I don't know what Sherelle is doing. And she got the googly cross eyes or whatever. Kirby says, it's a diss track, definitely. but the lady made money of it, so it's a win-win. Yeah, you got a point there. I didn't even thought about that. Her husband's working, and they got money coming in, putting food on the table. So these days, it's the cost of food. They better do something. Um, so yeah, Sherelle is coming across as two-faced. That's what I mean by playing both sides. So absolutely, absolutely. So we continue on. Arena meets with Winter to discuss the past. Winter went on Carlos King's show, and in Porte, she talks about the Tyler's marriage. So once again, we got this. This is a big thing in reality TV. Um, People are going to talk about other people's marriages and what they think of it from the outside looking in, and then of course, there's supposed to be these DMs and this information that Winter has. But guys, if you remember the reunion from season one, uh, Winter never produced these DMs or this the receipts that she supposedly had. We never saw it. The audience never saw it. Irena never saw it. Uh, Ashley never saw it. And it was about actually not only the Tyler's marriage, but it was also about the Silvas. But right now, it's Irena, Tyler, and Winter. So they're talking about the Tyler's marriage. And then, according to Winter, there's also apparently there's some DMs about their youngest son, Jason, and about their inner circle. Like, is their inner circle tight or not? What do you guys think? Are some of the Tyler's friends, so-called friends, two-faced friends, are they out there dropping dimes on the Tyler family, trying to make them look bad? What do you think? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Not a problem. And you know what? That's actually a great idea. I will do that on mine too. Because you know what? I haven't done that in a minute to reboot it, just clear it out, clear the cache out or whatever that thing is. Kirby, what are you saying? Kirby thinks that Winter. Winter must be watching this live now, and that's why Alex is yeah, because she know that Alex, he don't play. He not gonna hold back his thoughts, his tongue. He gonna say what he wanted to say. I mean, Alex is he's what he's the magnetic repellent, right? Absolutely, you guys. Thanks for being my co-host. Jump in there in the comment section, guys. I need your help. We're about to wrap it up. We got like one more and that's this. Um so in the trailer, what did you guys think? That this was interesting. In the trailer coming up for next week, Clifton wants to know if Joy has changed her mind about marrying him, because she says, I never really wanted a wedding. And then, it's like that gap there. But I think that what she's really saying is she never really wanted a big wedding. She wants to go down to the courthouse and just have a civil ceremony. She's not into planning these big shindigs that you do when you're in your 20s and your 30s. She just wants to get it done, over and done, I think is what she's saying. That's at least that's what I'm thinking, but we will find out, guys. What do you guys think? Do you think that she's changed her mind about I don't think she changed her mind about being with Clifton. That's her boo. From the minute those two laid eyes on each other, they were like love at first sight. And then Ashley, like to what Alex has said earlier, we see that finally Ashley and her mom are going to have a chance, because apparently they have different memories about Ashley's childhood. Who do you think, whose memories do you think are more correct or closest to the truth? Because I think, they always say there's two or three sides to every story. Ashley's side, her mom's side, and then the truth maybe lies somewhere in the middle. But honestly, from my take, what we've seen and heard so far, I think that Ashley does remember things very much correctly. And like I said earlier, I think her mom uh, really needs to dig deep and do some soul searching and just apologize for what she did, what happened. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, this was because I believe Ashley is in her late 30s. And if this was what happened when she was 16, this is over 2 decades ago. There's no reason why a mom and a daughter can't forgive one another for the past. Let the bygones be bygones, but you have to take responsibility, is my thought. Do you guys feel that, or do you think that Ashley's mom should just stand in her truth? Or do you think that these two, again, two family members, maybe they need to go get some professional counseling? I don't know. You tell me what you think. If you're on the replay, drop it down in the comments what you think, because I really want to know what do you think. Um, Roro for real. Wait a minute, where was okay, I don't know, right here. Roro for real says actually Aubrey facts. So I guess she's agreeing with me. So okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. You know I love it when people agree with me. Don't give me a whole lot of fight. um Kirby says Joy is at the age where she just wants to get married. Right, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like when you get in your late 30s, early 40s, and you've never been married before, don't have any children, maybe it's easier. I got married when I was a young woman, so I don't know what that's like to wait until you're that age. But then again, on the other hand, I do know people personally that have gotten married and it's their first marriage, and they just decide that they still want to have that big wedding that they've always dreamed of. I say knock yourself out too with that, because at that point you probably got you're further along in your career and you have the money to do so. So that's okay too, right, Kirby? Yeah, and back to Ashley and her mom. Her mom should not care if the daughter brings up the conversation, right? In fact, if I were her mom, I think I would actually, on the inside, I would be grateful. I would be grateful because I would have been praying for such a thing to happen, because maybe the mom was afraid to bring it up because of her missteps in the past. But now this is a great time. What's Roro saying? Roro says, yeah, Joy knows that she wants to. I know that's right. And the Clifton too, hey, with that deep voice, hey, hey, hey. What is magnetic? You over there typing. You better be getting that router back up and getting back in here. I think you're right, Kirby. Something came through and totally knocked my oh, he's saying that that somebody was in here earlier when Kirby said, what did you say, Kirby? Who was in here? Oh yeah, that it was winter. The winter storm came through. And then Kirby says, is the mom still with the boyfriend though? Oh, Kirby, that's a great question. Is Ashley's mom still with the boyfriend? First of all, if over 20 years has passed and that's still just a boyfriend, I'm not going to say what I'd like to do to the mom at this point, but okay, you know, 20 plus years of girlfriend, right, Kirby? Roro says Ashley Moms needs to take accountability for what she did. Absolutely. Absolutely, Roro. And then last of all, Kirby says most of the time a man will convince a woman to leave her family and then he'll end up leaving her months later or years later. Yeah. And you know what? Something I was just thinking about too, something that Alex has said. And at first I was going to disagree with him earlier when he said this, that men do this too. They will leave their families for a woman. But he was right. He was right. There are many times when men, they will leave their first, what we call the first family, first wife and the children, and go off with a new woman that's younger, and maybe remarry and have a bunch of little new kids and forget all about his 9 and 10-year-old, 8-year-old kids at home, or maybe they're teenagers. He'll forget about them and he'll leave them and he'll dump them. But guys, this has been unique. This is my first time kind of finishing off this podcast all by myself. I feel interestingly empowered. Yay me, yay me. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this, even through our technical difficulties. We know that Alex is having a storm down there in Virginia. I got clear skies here in Michigan. I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank our wonderful moderators. I want to thank Ellen and Monique for being in the chat and keeping it safe. I want to thank you guys for being in the chat and making this all possible. Thank all of our A team members. And guys, I hope that you will be with us again when we come back on Sunday for maths, Married at First Sight at 4:30, and at 6:30 we do our Ready to Love panel too. So please join us then, and I look forward to seeing you. You guys have a good night. Bye now.